That is good. That is so good. Oh my God. Man, AI is getting good at this stuff. Today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be making keto creme brulee. It's made exactly the same way as regular creme brulee, except you take out the sugar and put in sweetener instead. And will it work? Who knows? AI made this recipe, so crossing fingers, AI is not trying to kill me. So to start, we're gonna preheat the oven to 325. It's not pronounced creme, it's not cream, oh, creme brulee. I'm a nasty, dirty American. I don't know how to pronounce words, so if I said creme brulee, I'm sorry. If you wanna correct me, by the way, I stream almost every Friday doing these cooking streams, so if you wanna torture me and make fun of me, feel free, join the stream, and teach me things I don't know. Put 3 ramekins into this little tray right here. And I'm gonna explain why we're putting in here later. In the meantime, we're gonna be cooking up this water in the electric kettle and begin cooking up the hot water in the kettle. We're gonna need 1 cup of cream, vanilla bean paste, and fine salt into a small saucepan. Let's get the heavy whipping cream, the vanilla bean paste, this was kind of hard to find by the way, and a little bit of salt. That's like a vanilla flavoring cheat code right there. Vanilla bean paste isn't cheap either. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm gonna tell ChatGPT, make me more desserts with this. All right, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. How much vanilla bean paste do I need? 3/4 teaspoon. You know what's even stranger is that I have a 3/4 teaspoon measuring thing. Weird. I have a measuring thing for everything. It's like I'm turning into a kitchen streamer. It's freaking crazy, guys. That's like liquid gold right there. Oh, I should not have done that. I licked it. It's very strong. Whew, almost spicy. A little bit of salt. I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. And what makes this good is you gotta look for those little black specks. Those black specks means you have actual vanilla. If it gives you food gas, then it's worth it. Oh, it always is worth it. All right, so now we're gonna turn it on to a low, medium heat. Wait till it starts steaming. Just continuously stir it, and we'll come back to that. I honestly do love this recipe because it's an honest dessert. We ain't using weird keto flours or binders to fake a cake. This is just pure cream and eggs. It's naturally keto. It's just, we swapped the sugar. That's all we did. We need to whisk 3 yolks and 2.5 tablespoons of monk fruit. The tricky part is separating the eggs and the yolk. This has always been the bane of my existence. Basically, you gotta let it snot out. There it is. Have you ever tried the water bottle method? I have once, but I break the yolk every time. Oh, nope, this yolk is broken. Nope, that's a bad one. Okay. Oh my God, we're going through so many eggs right now. Finally. 2.5 tablespoons of monk fruit. And a half, nice. So now we're gonna whisk together the monk fruit and the egg yolk together. And just do this until you wanna stop. Did you know the first recipe for this appeared in 1691? It's basically the ultimate vintage dessert. It survived 300 years because you can't beat the combination of cold custard and hot glass sugar. Crazy. I'm gonna bring this over here. So now we have to temper it. We're just going to be basically doing an egg handshake. And how we do that is we put 1/2 cup of this hot liquid in here, just 1/2 cup. We stir. Slowly put it in there. I'm not left-handed, so excuse my stupid stirring. Stir it in. After that's all balanced, then we put it in here. So what we did was just an egg handshake. We're introducing the cold yolks to the hot cream slowly so that they don't get shocked and scrambled. Nobody wants a scrambled egg dessert. That's why we just did that. Because if we just put the egg yolk straight into the hot liquid, it would have scrambled and turned into like just eggs. We have to strain our dessert into the 3 ramekins. We take our stuff right here. And we're gonna pour some hot water into this. We're gonna do that over here actually so that I move it less. We put the water, the steaming hot water into here. And what we're doing is we're giving it a nice warm hug. That way, whenever it's in the oven, it doesn't cook it too fast. And it actually cooks a lot more evenly like that. And that goes in like that. 35 minutes. Well, I'll tell you what. I have another batch ready to go already. I cooked some up about 4 hours ago, gave it the proper amount of time to chill. That way there's no waiting. Look at that, cooking show magic. I know. Instead of sugar, we're gonna sprinkle some allulose on top of this. We don't sprinkle monk fruit because monk fruit doesn't crystallize and harden the same way allulose does. So if you want that same crunch, you gotta use allulose. Apparently. Will it work? We're about to find out. So we need to sprinkle the allulose and a tiny bit of flaked salt on each. Torch them until deep amber. Tiny bit of salt. Here we go, guys. Let's get that money shot. That might set off the smoke alarm. All right, we'll try it with just that one. Gotta let it go for a little while longer. Burnt? No. That's flavor. While we're waiting on that, I'm gonna do the next one. One more. We're gonna let that sit for a minute, just letting that cool down. That way we can get that crack. Yeah! Let's give it a shot. See those black specks? That's the vanilla bean paste right there. See how it goes. AI, don't do me wrong. That is good. That is so good. Oh my God. Another banger. Man, AI is getting good at this stuff. That's really good. There's like no carbs in this. I'm gonna save them for later. It looks so good. It's very good. The reason why we put the salt on it, the salt cuts through the richness of the cream and makes that allulose taste like actual toasted caramel. And it did exactly that. And it doesn't even touch your ketosis. Each one of these is 2 grams of net carbs, guys. Good stuff right there. 10 out of 10, do recommend. Thank you for watching this. This was a very successful recipe. Very, very, very good. If you want to see me do these live, I cook almost every Friday. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.